Okay, here is the second page of test revision. AM times AN. When you've got this, you've got to add the indices together. So the answer should be AM plus N. That one there. Which of the following is the same as 5m squared? 5m squared means 5m times 5m. That can also mean 5 times m times 5 times m. If you put these two together, that's 5m. You put those two together, that's 5m. That is 5m times 5m, which is 5m squared. For this one, anything to the power of anything to the power of 0 will be 1. Because this is 4 times x to the power of 0, that means it's 4 lots of what would be 1. So that is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 5x is just one thing in brackets. To the power of 0 means it's 1. So it's really 4 plus 1, which equals 5. For question 6, you need to write these numbers as basic numerals. Because it says multiply by 10 to the power of 6, I need to have 6 jumps of my decimal. Sorry, my camera is freaking out a little bit. So, my number was 4065 with the decimal here in between the 4 and the 0, just like it has there. And I'm going to do 6 jumps because it's 10 to the power of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where my decimal needs to be. Put zeros in those empty spots. Your answer should therefore be 4065123. 4,065,000. For 9.7 times 10 to the 3, the decimal, instead of going to the right, needs to go to the left. So normally it would be between the 9 and the 7, but now it's going to go 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And this is where it ends up. You put zeros here and the 0 in front of the decimal, and there is your answer. For the next one, it says write these numbers using scientific notation. So it's just about going the other way around. As always, we have our decimal after the earliest value, which is the 8. So we need to have it in between the 8 and the 2. So at the moment, we've got this 820,000. We're going to move that decimal place from here to that spot there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that means because I moved 5 times, it's going to be 8.2 times 10 to the 5. I still keep my 8.2, just like up here I kept my 4065. Okay, got to keep all the numbers you can aside from the zeros. As soon as it starts with zeros, you just leave it all. Leave it all blank. Okay, 8.2, don't worry about no more zeros. 8.2 times 10 to the 5, because I did 5 jumps. This time, I'm doing jumps in the other direction. Okay, so because I've got to end up having my decimal in between the 1 and the 6, I'm going to see how many jumps it takes to get from here to between the 1 and the 6. So I'm going to write out that number properly. 0.00016. I'll use a different color now. How many jumps do I need to do to end up in between the 1 and the 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps. So I have my 1.6 because they're where I wanted it, in between the first two values. And I did 4 jumps. And then you've got to make sure it's to the -4 because it's making it smaller. Making it smaller. If it's making it bigger, it's to a positive power, making it smaller to a negative power. Okay? Because our decimal place went in the direction of getting smaller. Okay? Question 7. Maybe slightly more difficult, but we shall be good with this, I think. 3p to the 2 times 5pq squared. 3 times 5 is easy. That is 15. p squared times p to the 1. P squared times p to the 1 will equal p to the 3, because you've got to do 2 plus 1. Okay? Q to the 3 times q to the 2. Q to the 3 times q to the 2 equals q to the 3 plus 2. Got to add them together. Therefore, that will be q to the 5. For the next one, same thing but in reverse. 9m divided by 3m, that's easy. That's just going to be 3, but I've got m to the 5 divided by m to the 3. M to the 5 over m to the 3, that will end up being m5 take 3, which you should know is 2. So 3m to the 2. N squared divided by n squared, they're the same thing. So the answer would be 1. And you multiply anything by 1, and it doesn't change anything. So 3m squared is your answer. For this next one, I know it's super tiny, so I'll zoom in plenty. We have 5d to the 8 divided by 15d squared. 5 divided by 15, I can simplify that to a third. Okay, 5 is common to both of them. Then we've got d8 divided by d2. It's going to end up equaling d6, because it's d8 take 2, which of course will be d6. So I'll write d8 take 2 equals d6. So your answer should be 1 over 3 d6. However, the 1 doesn't tell you anything, so you can get rid of it. D to the 6 over 3 is the answer that you want. For the next one, 5 times 2x cubed all squared. I'm going to do the brackets part first. It needs to square. 2x cubed times 2x cubed. These two multiplied means that the decimals, the indices have to add up. 2 times 2 is 4. So that's going to be 4x to the 6, because 3 plus 3 is 6. Now that I've sorted out this 2x cubed all squared, now I've got to get back to the start, and I've got to keep my 5 at the front. 5 times 4x to the 6, which should be pretty easy, is just 20x to the 6. The next one, 2w to the 4 over r squared cubed. I'm just going to expand them out fully. Cubed means you're timesing it by each other a few times. Okay, so this is getting rid of the cubed. It's just doing it all in full. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. W to the 4 times W to the 4 times W to the 4. You have to add up all those 4s. That'll be to the 12. R to the 2 times, well, R times R times R, and to the 2, to the 2, to the 2. You've got to add them all together. That'll be to the 6. And that will be your answer. There's no like terms here. I can't simplify that any further. With this next one, I will be able to do some simplification. First up, I'm going to multiply my numerator. 5h to the 7k to the 3 times 4h to the 2 to the multiplied by k. 5 times 4 is 20. H to the 7 times h to the 2. Got to add the indices. That will be h to the 9. K to the 3 times k, doesn't have anything here, but it's actually k to the 1. K to the 3 times k to the 1, you have to add 3 and 1, that will be k to the 4. I'm now going to just add my denominator. All I'm doing is passing that denominator across. It should have been here the whole time. Okay? But all I want to do initially was sort out my numerator, make it look a bit prettier. Now we've just got to simplify. 20 and 8 have a common factor of 4. So if I divide both the top and bottom by 4, I'll end up getting 5 over 2 as my numbers. When it comes to h, I've got h over 9, h over 3. Because I'm dividing h over 9 by h over 3, it's 9 take 3 as the indices. So it'll be h to the 6. And this one will be gone. Then when it comes to the 4s, the k's, sorry, you've got k to the 4, k to the 5. Because this one is bigger, once you get rid of 4k's from here, there will still be a k there. You're taking 4 from both of them. The top one will be gone once you take k to the 4 away. Once you take 4 indices away from the top one, you'll still have 1k left. The answer is 5h to the 6 over 2k. Probably one of the harder questions we had. Last couple, fairly easy. I'll go through them quickly. 2 to the 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. These two are 2 squared, 2 cubed, 2 to the 4. That will be 16. 2 to the 3 times 3 to the 2. 2 to the 3 is 8. 3 to the 2 is 9. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. 3 of them is 2 cubed. While 3 squared, you should know, is 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay? So that's 8 times 9, 72. 5 to the 8 divided by 5 to the 6. You just need to do 5 to the 8 take 6 equals 5 to the 2 equals 5 times 5 equals 25. And the last one, 3 to the 0, anything to the 0 equals 1. Okay? And that's all we need to do for the second page. Just let me know if you have any questions about anything.